Hello everybody and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Saturday. I did complete this page from last week. So the little witches are all finished up. Hello Dawn, welcome, welcome. I do hope everybody had a wonderful rest of your week. I am feeling much better. I no longer have COVID, which is awesome. However, I still have a bit of a cough and a little bit of a sinus thing, but other than that, I'm doing good. Hello, Alex. Hello, Calamity. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I wanted to show you that I did finish it, so that one is all done. Now we have a little bit of a conundrum today because I have not decided what I'm going to color. So I decided that I was going to ask you guys what to color. All right, so we have a Kevin Tail art. And I have two pages in here that are really cute that I kind of want to do. There's the little vampire. So there's this one. And then October is Cancer Awareness Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So there was also this one that I was looking at. These will be done in marker because I like markers on Kevin Tail's paper. So those are the two Kevin Tail ones. Or we can do one in pencil on cardstock. This is Hannah Lynn in her Halloween book. So that is your guys' choice. Hello, Brett. Long time no see. Good to see you. So which do you think you would prefer that we color? The Happy Halloween or the Halloween one from Kevin Tail in alcohol markers? I kind of want to do one of these two. Kevin? All right, so these are the two choices. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to get in there. And this one? Okay, so it seems everybody. Hello, Catherine. Catherine, make a choice. Hannah Lynn or Kevin Tail? Now I see all the @ signs that you were talking about there, Alex. So we've got 1 for Hannah Lynn, 3 for Kevin. Yeah, 3 for Kevin. Um, so 2 for Hannah Lynn, 3 for Kevin Tail. Catherine, the correct answer is Kevin. You guys are funny. All right, so any other votes? I know we don't have too many in here, but let's get this done and over with quickly so that we can get started. All right, so nobody else? Last chance. So it was very close competition there, and Kevin Tail won. So we're going to be doing this with alcohol marker um, because I like alcohol marker on Kevin Tail's paper. Now let's see how well we can do this. All right, I am going to be using an older set of markers that I haven't used in a while, so this should be fun. Well, it was close. That's all I can say is it was close. All right, I'm going to zoom you in. All right. That's funny. I've got something in my eye, which is making it very difficult to see. And no, it wasn't just my finger. All right, so the first one that we're going to use is from Cali Arts. Actually, no, we're gonna start with her hair. So we're going to start with deciding. Just choices, choices, choices. All right. So we're going to go with this one and B17. Of course, the light is on my chart, so I can't see the numbers very well. And then we want black. I don't know where my Cali Arts black went. We're going to use night blue as well. And okay, I have all my black pens somewhere else. I might. I do. There it is. I was looking for black and it's not in there because it's on the other set of pens. Hello, Robin. Not used to these at things. Yeah, I've got charts and charts and charts and charts. I've got 5 different sets of pens in this setup. So, all right. So we're going to start with the lightest, which is the Blue Gray 5 and BG05 in the Cali Arts. Now with the Cali Arts, they do spread a lot more than the Ohuhu, so you have to be careful how close you get to those lines and let it spread out to the line. Otherwise you're going to end up with a lot of bleed over into areas you don't want it to be. Hello, Shannon. Lurk away, darling, lurk away. And just a heads up, I did get notification that I have reached that 5-year mark. So I have actually been live on my own channel for 5 years. Isn't that crazy? Yes, I still have a job. They extended my final write-up so that I didn't lose my job. However, now I can't get sick again until after January 22nd, but yeah. Good luck with that. Try not to color her face blue. And move the book up a little bit so that this is just the base color. We're going to be coming through with some darker colors and some blues. I'm sorry, Dawn. Yeah, let's tell a person that has different disorders not to get sick until January. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. If they fire me, they fire me. That just means I get to spend more time with you guys. I don't get to buy any more art supplies, but I get to spend more time with you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, do be careful and have fun. Enjoy the time with Uncle's tools. It's pouring with rain here, so. Okay. True. I do still have to do the video for those, so I just haven't had the energy. Okay. Oh my goodness. I woke up and my shoulder was locked and now it's a little achy. I also overslept this morning. Good morning, Angela. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's probably a million wrenches in there for everything. I was surprised how many different wrenches that you end up having in your toolbox. Because there's a different wrench for different things, and one wrench will not work for everything. And Shannon, happy belated birthday. Nails, yeah. You'll send me a picture. Okay, awesome. Hello, Mona. This child has a very, very thin neck. Just saying. I am feeling much better, yes. Shannon is still around. She's in the tool shed lurking. Hello, Allison. Yeah, I tested negative for the horrible stuff and went back to work on Thursday. Which is a good thing because I had to go grocery shopping at some point. We were out of coffee. So I went grocery shopping Thursday too. There's nothing worse than being out of coffee in this house. It's a death sentence for somebody. It's usually me with the off with their heads. I need my caffeine. don't know. Definitely, if you have her on Instagram or whatever, reach out. Don't hesitate to reach out to friends and check in on them if you haven't seen them in a while. Want to make sure that they're okay and everything's good with them. All right. Hi there, Desert Nails. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm better too. Absolutely. I don't like being sick. All right, I'm going to shove this down a little bit. There's some more hair down here at the bottom. So we're going to zoom down very slowly, obviously. How do you change it, Shannon? Because, yeah, I don't like the at sign either. It's very strange. Go to your profile and then the pencil. Okay. Awesome, Desert Nails. Enjoy the Zoom meeting. Hopefully it's fun. Oh, you don't get rid of that at sign though. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. I'm gonna have to look because I haven't chatted in streams in a little while. Usually I'm just lurking. 9 times out of 10 falling asleep or eating my lunch. If I'm eating lunch. I usually eat lunch, but okay. Alright, now we're going to go back up to the top here. Go zoom, zoom, zoom back up. And we're going to start adding some blue. going to look a mess for a little bit, but that's okay. Turn the book a little bit. Don't mind me, concentration kicks in. I mix what? Dawn? Some of them, yeah. Alcohol markers, some of them I do. If there's not a big enough set, I will mix the smaller sets into bigger sets. You have to be careful when you do that. Make sure that you have already tested your colors. Make sure that they're close to the same color palettes, because sometimes um, you can grab the wrong pen and the color palette's not the same. Like the Ohuhus and the Chroma and the Cali Arts. The color in the numbers are very different. A color that you would think that would be an orange or a skin tone may come out as a very brown or a very orangey color in comparison. So Hello, Noelle. Good morning. All right, and then we're going to take BG88 and make sure I've got the right color here. No, this is, I think, the wrong color. Oh, I gotta test something. It's actually a little bit lighter. Oh, no, it's fine. Okay. So I've got BG88 out of the chroma. I'm just gonna go over the lines, so ignore it. Into some of those darker areas there. Ah, yes. Thank you. I did forget about them. I did forget about those. Thank you, Angela. Okay. Hello, Sue. Happy Saturday. Okay. sorry you haven't been feeling well, Sue. Okay. And then we're going to come in down here. And I forgot to put the blue in down here too. Ooh, how did I miss that? I'm so sorry I missed that. Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better. Having a bad kidney is definitely not something we want to maintain in our system. Now, is going back to work the doctor's opinion of it, or is it work's opinion of it? Because if you're not ready, don't go. Yeah, it's probably what happened is I was at the convention, because that was at the end of September. But still, I should have been paying better attention. Okay, now we're going to take a little bit of black. I don't like the nib on this one. It's a little chewed up. So we're going to use the fine tip on the Ofufu black. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's better. That's what I wanted. Well, that's good. Okay. Well, sometimes enjoying the time off is helpful in recovery, but it does make it dreadful to go back to work. So I do understand that. Yeah, well, just take it easy. Do what you want to do. If that is organizing and getting things taken care of that should have been taken care of before, do that. Because sometimes just having the stress of having things not taken care of make it very difficult to recover. Okay, we already got the black down there. Okay, now we're going to go back over it with the lightest color and blend it all together. And try to stay in the lines, which I'm not doing. I know we're spending a lot of time on hair, but that's the thing with this color of hair. You've got to spend the time on it, otherwise it doesn't look right. Yep, absolutely, Sue. As long as you're healing and feeling better, we are all here for you, and we are happy to hear that you're doing better. The community's always been wonderful when, well, it's just been wonderful. No matter what, we're always together and supporting each other, and that's fantastic. All right, so there's the hair. I think I need a little bit more up in this area. I need a little bit more blending there. Just a little bit more here. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. As you can see, definitely can see all the hair. All right, now we're going to do her face. All right, Britt, have a great day. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to do her skin tone. And we want her to look a little vampirish. So we're going to go with kind of a white gray tone to her skin. So we're going to go with BG90. There we go. To start with. And this is in the chroma. And this is one of my favorite pens to do ice with. And as you can see, the one thing I don't like about the chroma pens is the nibs do start fraying after a bit. Now, I have not seen a lot of vampires, but I've seen them in movies, and their face is usually an ashen gray color, sometimes even white. Not very often are they pink. So I'm going to start with this blue-gray color, and then we're going to start adding the details in that ashen gray color. And she's got gloves on, but her legs are uncovered here, so. I might need to flip the cardstock on the back. I think it's picking up some of the marker from the cardstock. Alright. And then I want BG11. This is going to be our medium color. So this is BG11, which is pale green. And once I add the grays in, it will look a lot more normal. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Shannon. Bob would love that. That is definitely something to hold on to. Okay, then we're going to come down here and put those starting shadow areas in. In an old microwave? What the heck? Well, that's interesting place to keep that. All right, now we're going to go BG92. I think she's in her uncle's shed going through things. However, there could be a microwave plugged in the shed. You never know when you need lunch while you're working on things. Exactly. You never know when there needs to be something, heated up in the garage, in the shed. Never know. That is part of her arm there. Oh, so is that. Okay, so let's fix that. I did miss this part here, which is her arm. So we're going to fix that before we forget about it. And then BG11. Hello, Marilyn. There we go. And down here. then we're going to go back with the original color. We just blend everything together. I must say, dead people have really weird colors to their skin. Okay. And there is her skin tone. Now I'm going to do her tongue. And we're going to work with some pink tones for that. So yeah, over 63. And then we're going to go a little deeper with our 50, our 50, yeah, 57. Blend that in a little. There we go. Now I'm not worried about the teeth because I'm going to come through with a white gel pen and we'll add that little bit of red to the edges there. Now for her eyes, I'm trying to think of what color to do her eyes. So I'm going to do them blue. So I'm going to start with the mint blue. With the Cali Arts. And then we're going to take a little bit of pale blue, I think it is that I want. Yeah, pastel blue. B203. Well, it's going to be kind of blue, but it's going to have some um, different things in it. All right, then we're going to take glass green. Then we go back to the lightest blue. And then we're going to take our white gel pen, if I can find it. I may have put it away. I cleaned my craft room yesterday and put things away. Now I can't find anything. We're going to come in here. Like so. Then we're going to do the center with a little bit of red. So this is R58, which is current. All right, now I use that gel pen on her teeth. Like so. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom you out a little bit so that we can see where we're at so far. So her face is done. I've got a little bit of white to put in her um, eyes there, as well as a little tiny bit of red to put in there, but I think I'm going to do that with colored pencil because I want it to be a really fine line. So now we're going to go into the outfit. So we got to figure out what colors to do her outfit. Now I want it to be a cutesy it's a cutesy kind of outfit, but it's also got that vampire vibe. It's also got that spiky vibe. So it's really kind of one of those mishmash of styles that makes it very difficult to pick colors for. What do you guys think? I'm going to take a sip of coffee is what I'm going to do. I'm leaning towards pink to go with the blue. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay. All right. Now, pinks will also go with the orange colors in the pumpkins for the bows as well. Or we can do the bows red, the pumpkins orange, the little bunnies pink. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, not the whole outfit, just parts of it. Okay. Yeah, so there's these lines in it as well as the ruffles. I can bring those blue greens into those ruffles, into the pink, because pink and blue go really well together. Okay, that's the plan, Stan. So we're going to go with, let's see, do we have a lighter pink over here? R502. R502. That's the right one. 502. All right, I'm going to zoom back in. And we're going to start with her outfit. Okay. Yes, the pumpkin is going to be orange, but it's going to have a lot of yellows in it, which works well with the pink as well. Now I've got to erase that because I went over too high. I need my... pink in an area I didn't want it in. So I had to push it out. My goodness, it's really raining outside. All right. And we're going to do her shoes in the pink too. All right. And we'll do the bows in pink too, I think, for her hair, as well as her bow here. And hopefully it won't clash too much. All right, now I need a darker pink, so now I want 605. 605 in the Cali Arts is Cherise or cherries. Alright, then we're going to come back over that with the lighter pink here in a second. Okay. Now we're going to take that brush and blend in that color. Alright, now we're going to come down here. Pink is a little bit orangier than I wanted it to be, but it'll dry a little bit lighter. Alright. And then for the ruffles, we're going to do the same colors as in her eyes. So we're going to start with the mint blue. We'll go with a different pink on this middle part here too. This is going to be the blue. This is going to be the blue. And this is going to be the blue. Just mapping things out, right? Now getting everything base colored, and then we'll be adding that greens and darker blues to it. Okay. Then we're going to go with this one. So now we're going to use the pastel blue, which is B203. We're going to do this one. I think after we get her outfit done, depending upon how much time is left, we might call it a day, and then we'll finish up her pumpkins and ghosties in the background tomorrow. My throat's not quite used to talking yet. Alright, now we're going to use that glass green. Yesterday and Thursday I went through so many throat lozenges trying to talk at work. I was quite surprised how many I actually had to eat just so I can get through a day at work. Alright, now we're going to go with a deeper pink for the inside there. So I think I'm going to go with RV14 in the chroma. See you later, Dawn. Just want this to be a brighter pink. Alright. And then we're going to use Alright, so we've got that brighter pink in there as well. Alright, now, oh, I need this one over here. Okay, now we're going to do the um, barrettes here. And that's a spread. Come over here and do this one. Like that. And we've got to come in with the shadow areas here. Yep. It's our pirate koala. It's our vampire's friend, the pirate koala. Alright, there we have that. Okay, I'm going to zoom you out so you can see all of it together so far. We've got the spikes left to do in her glove, and then we will be done for the day. Now these edges here I'm going to do in that very pale blue. That part I'm going to do in the darker. Put those shadowy areas in there first because I grabbed the wrong color, but that's okay because we can work with that. Yep, he's a koala or some sort of friend. He's very piratey. His ears definitely do say koala though. Alright, now we're going to take the pink, the dark pink here. No, medium pink. The medium pink. And we're going to do this. Then we're going to take the medium blue. And we're going to do this. And then we're going to take the light blue. And then the green. blue and blend that in. So. Now I'm going to get a gel pen. And we're going to do the spikies. Okay. So make sure the gel pen works. Usually helps. Need something I can scribble on. Of course I don't have anything I can scribble on. Let's scribble on this. There we go. Okay. Alright. So I'm starting off with the silver. And I'll come in with the black. Might have to let the silver dry first. It doesn't seem to blend very well, so. Give it another try here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to let the silver dry first and then come in with the black. Thank you, Mona. So this is going to be the final step for the day. I'll let it dry and then I'll come back through later with some black just to put in the shadows on the spikes. But with this much gel pen, I don't want to tempt running my hand through it because I will. And like I said, I'll come back through with the black. I'm going to zoom it out. And there we have her so far. Our little vampire ballerina cutesy pie. All right, and that was done with the Cali art, the chroma, and the Hanku gel pens so far. We're going to complete this tomorrow. Um, for all of you that weren't here at the start of stream, I did finish the page that I started last week of the two little witches. So that is completed. So I did actually get one done this month. Just saying. It's the only thing I've gotten done this month, but I did get one done. I am still working on the scarecrow, so. All right, guys, with that, I would like to say thank you all very much for coming and hanging out with me today. I know it's a little bit early, but my throat's getting a little bit tender, so I'm going to head out. I do thank you all very much for being here. Once again, I did hit that 5-year mark here in YouTube land, so I am kind of proud of that. I do thank you for being such a wonderful community. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to every YouTube artist that you enjoy. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.